Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Snowhawks of Honolulu taking on the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go now.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 30 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. And I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The Panthers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
From the red zone now, Young. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Ready! 19 tight, 19 tight.
Play action. Stewart. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early. And his drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A first carry for Rachaad White. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll go with the keeper.
Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
First down, here's White. And he stopped immediately there.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And the tight end goes in motion left. 2nd down, here's Stewart.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. White running to the left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Opting to run again here with White. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Going right side is White. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
Ready?
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And that'll be incomplete. When you look at this defense, now they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Now back to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try the right side here with White. There he goes, right side. And touchdown! Rashad White with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Young will set to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 46, here's the second down and 4. Young. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Ready, break.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Young. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, pass.
They go right back to White here on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Okay,
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Godwin, the motion man. On the handoff, this is White. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 163 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the ready.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
60 average. 60 average.
Throwing now, Stewart. He'll dump this one off here to White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Second down and 3.
Ready.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Stewart to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Slot man moves right. Now Stewart, 2nd down. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. White. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Young's throw pulled in by Marshall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Running out of the gun with White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
2nd and a couple. Stewart. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl.
Touchdown! Rashad White in the final seconds of the first half. And the Snowhawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
A run to begin the second half with White. And he'll be out right at the 35. 182 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's complete to White. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They go with White on the counter. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Let's go now.
They keep it on the ground. White again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stewart sets to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's White. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that, because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Got it.
Now a handoff up the middle. Townsend. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing. Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Ready.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Young. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young now. They'll air one out deep for Mingo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Off the play fake, Stewart. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Room here to run. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 31 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, set.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Set.
Now Young. It's caught by Jennings. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On the double.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Young to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready up.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out and let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They will throw on 1st down with Stewart. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
In motion left, Godwin. Now a give to White. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, smash.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Looking to throw. Stewart. Throw left side, taken in by Palmer. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Come on, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. It's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go. Jackrabbit, jackrabbit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ready, ready.
Now a second down throw for Young. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
With this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here we go, set. 18, Pioneer.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Second down.
Hurt, hurt. Come 19, come 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hurt, hurt.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Stewart.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Stewart. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well,
up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Aubrey now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
48, Panthers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Ready. Fight. 97. Set.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete dominance.